Good morning. This is KELOLAND On the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Mother and son are headed to federal prison for a deadly beating in western South Dakota. In May 2023, 48-year-old Theodora Belt and 23-year-old Bailey Belt were involved in a fight at a home in the town of Bridger. The Belts beat two brothers with a shovel and then ran over one of them. One brother died. The other had serious injuries but did survive.
A jury recently convicted the Belts of second-degree murder and assault charges. This week, a judge sentenced Theodora Belt to 22 years behind bars. Her son Bailey Belt received a 27-year sentence. A man facing federal charges plans to plead guilty to attempted enticement of a minor. Jorge Manuel Rodriguez Marroquin was one of 11 men arrested earlier this year during a sting in Sioux Falls. In court documents, he admits to starting a conversation over Facebook Messenger with someone he believed was a 15-year-old girl.
In the messages, he admits to making comments about sexual contact. Court documents say he made a plan to meet up with the girl, who was actually an undercover detective with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Rodriguez Marroquin faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years in prison. Election Day is just under a week away. When South Dakotans head to the polls, they'll be voting on 7 statewide ballot questions. One of them is Initiated Measure 29.
According to the Attorney General's explanation, the measure would allow adults to possess, grow, ingest, and distribute marijuana or marijuana paraphernalia. KELOLAND News recently sat down with people who are for and against the measure. You can hear from both sides in this story on KELOLAND.com.
Now let's check in with meteorologist Scott Munn. Sounds like a chilly day out there today, Scott.
Yes, we are looking at temperatures actually closer to average in southeastern KELOLAND, but we haven't had those numbers in quite some time. So we'll be a little cooler, chilly, as you mentioned. Temperatures today in the 40s and 50s. We continue to watch that rain-snow mix come to an end across western South Dakota. We'll go with that isolated shower chance or even periods of drizzle in eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa today. The chance at a rain shower right now is about 20 to 30%, though better chances this evening and tonight in the east and southeast. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A former USD women's basketball player has died.
According to a post on the team's Facebook page, 30-year-old Bridget Arns Schumacher died at Avera Sacred Heart Hospital in Yankton on October 25th. Her funeral will be held at St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church in Crofton, Nebraska on Saturday. A clean way to celebrate Halloween is happening tonight in Sioux Falls.
The Silver Star Haunted Car Wash has been taking place since 2019. This year, attendees can be spooked by clowns, all while cleaning their vehicle.
It's kind of a unique Halloween experience where you've got everybody in one vehicle, and so that makes it kind of fun. It's easy to get in and out. You don't have to get out of your car. You can kind of stay comfortable, stay warm. So we just want people to have fun.
It's from the car feeding South Dakota. Tonight is the last night for the car wash. We posted information on the time and location on KELOLAND.com. A DSU professor is part of an international research team that has found evidence of feathered raptor dinosaurs using wings for flight. Alex Duchecki says the team reviewed a series of micro-raptor tracks with strides indicating the sparrow-sized dino was traveling around 30 miles per hour, a seemingly impossible speed for it to run.
The team reasoned that it must have been using its wings to create lift and propulsion, much like a goose flapping and running to take off. Duchecki explained how the team came to this conclusion and what it could mean in the context of further research. You can find all that in a KELOLAND.com original by Jacob Newton. 2 schools in southeastern KELOLAND will participate in the Sioux Falls Parade of Lights next month with painted snowplows.
Fred Assam Elementary in Brandon and Graham Academy Preschool in Sioux Falls received the most votes in the Paint the Plow. The schools and participate in the parade alongside McCrossan Boys Ranch. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, well, snowflakes to move out in the Black Hills already. We've had some accumulations up to 8.5 inches of snow in and around or just northwest of Terry Peak. We are tracking some of that additional lighter snow today in the west, but I do expect that the trends here, for the most part, we've made it through the peak of it, if you will. The southeast, though, there's still room for more rain to come back from the south. And we're going to watch that this evening here as we have showers included in the forecast in Sioux Falls. Here's another little piece of information. Overnight tonight, it's possible we could see a little changeover to snowflakes in southwest Minnesota. I don't want to let go of that story. I think it's something to maybe check back in on in KELOLAND and, of course, online as well. We'll see where that goes. Otherwise, tomorrow starts off chilly. It's going to be a cool Halloween. We'll be just getting close to 50, and then by trick-or-treat time, too, a lot of low 40s. So bundle up accordingly with that forecast. High today, 49 Mitchell. I think Sioux Falls, we've already hit our high after midnight here in the 50s, and we'll struggle just to be around 50 this afternoon. And, of course, as noted, the scattered rain chances. And I think that'll pick up momentum in northwest Iowa and southwest Minnesota this evening. You got to look at those lows tonight, too. 33 Worthington, 35 Sioux Falls. So it's chilly with that moisture in the air. Tomorrow, well, we're near 50 Mitchell. We'll get some sunshine back in the forecast. And then as we head toward the weekend, we'll start to warm things up a little bit on Friday and Saturday. Possibly Sunday, too. I think there's some upward potential in there, but that's going to depend on the track of the next storm system. Opening up the Gulf, there's going to be a lot of rain to our south. We'll see how much of that gets here, but it is possible getting into Sunday and Monday to bring in those rain chances. I think Rapid City, Pierre, Aberdeen, we do have a couple of things to watch here too, so that'll be for early next week. Otherwise, the weather forecast, again, to kick off the weekend looks very pleasant. Highs in the 60s, that includes Pierre, and also Rapid City will make it back to some 60-degree levels after this quick introduction to some winter-like weather in the Black Hills. We'll have more information, of course, on the weather online at KELOLAND.com.